Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Swansea City in the beta. In between episodes, things have gone surprisingly well. We've played a few more matches, we are the other side of the transfer window, and we are currently sat 6th in the Championship. The reason why we are currently sat 6th in the Championship is since the Charlton game, we then won against Brighton, we beat Ipswich in the league, we beat Millwall in the league, a 1-1 draw against Preston, we only lost a single match against Middlesbrough, and we should have won that one. We had so many chances, we should have beaten Preston as well. Genuinely, I am very impressed with how we have started the season. We probably should have beaten Southampton, it was just the fact they scored the winner thanks to a penalty. So we have started the season very, very well. Today is going to be Blackpool and Hull, not Huddersfield and QPR, which is what I said would be in the last episode, or at the end of the last episode, because I don't know how dates work. That's the end of September. I should have probably done Preston and Blackpool. But anyway, here we are. We've also got some transfer business. 3 further players have left the club on permanent deals. Jan Dander has moved north of the border to sign for Aberdeen. Daniel Williams has headed to Forest Green. And probably the biggest one, the former club captain, Ryan Bennett, has left to join one of today's opponents, Hull City, and it's going to cost about £650,000. I think it might go a bit higher, or maybe it's over some sort of years, months, and all sorts of things like that. But yes, we've got rid of our club captain, but it's fine because Joe Worrell is our new captain. We've also spent some money. 2 free signings have joined. James Olienka has joined from Arsenal since he got released in the summer. I got him on trial and they went, yeah, he's pretty good. We brought him in. I'm training him up to be a right wing back. Don't know whether it's a good idea, but that's what we're going for. And from Arsenal's fierce rivals, Iago Santiago has signed from Spurs, and he's hopefully going to go out on loan, but I don't think anyone good wants him. I'm trying to shift him off to Yeovil. Hopefully they're going to take him, because I feel like he's going to play a lot of football for them. Otherwise, he's going to sit in the under-23s. I also have a problem when it comes to signing central defenders. I do it all the time. Max Kilman has come in to replace our former captain. He's come in for £650,000, 625, potentially a little bit more, I think. But yeah, Max Kilman is in. I think he's going to be pretty handy. Only 25 years of age as well, so obviously we've trimmed off 7 years off of our former player. And finally, Carlos Fernandez. Yes, we already had him here, and we've made the deal permanent. It was weird. I randomly got a bit of news saying that, Real Sociedad called him back from his loan because we weren't meeting the loan deal requirements. And then I just bought him back. He was meeting the loan deal requirements. If you actually look, he got called back, I think it was after the Ipswich game. No, it was after the Middlesbrough game, actually, he got called back. He's clearly playing games. He's clearly playing a fair amount of matches. And for some reason, they didn't think I was doing that. So we brought him back to the club. It's cost probably a lot more money than just loaning him. But I was kind of loaning him with the intention to sign him anyway if he was any good. We've just had to do it a little bit earlier. The starting lineup for the first match of the episode against Blackpool, who are literally one of our bogey teams. We've obviously only played them twice, and we've lost both times against them, so hopefully we can turn it around today. It will be John Stone in goal, Worrell, Fry and Friedel at the back. Jan Valery comes in because of Ryan Frederick's injury. He's not out for too long, but he should be back ready for maybe the next match, possibly the one after. Jake Bidwell will be the left wing-back. Cham and Downs in the middle. Carlos Fernandez, the new signing, will play as the advanced playmaker because Will Smallbone is also not very match fit. And it's going to be Ginczek and Pirot as our strikers for this one. So the season has started, in my opinion, pretty well. The media expectation, however, is 5th place for our little Swansea side. We should be able to beat Blackpool today. We should also be able to beat Hull, who are currently sat 23rd in the table. Carlos Fernandez, not a very good pass. 3 minutes on the clock, and now Blackpool coming forward with the ball. Finds Shane Lavery on the right-hand side. I think he scored 3 times against us in the last season. Crosses it in, Yates is there. It's a very good block from Fry, and it's cleared. Blackpool are going to take the corner, though. Luke Garbett takes it towards the back post. It's gone over absolutely everybody, and it's a goal kick. And we're seeing a highlight from the goal kick. We've got Valery on the ball. Ginczek plays it back to Ncham. Fernandez, Downs. Pirot, left-hand side is Bidwell. If he wants to use him, does use him. That's a good little ball. Pirot's carrying on his run as well. Is he going to get it back? He does get it back. The Dutchman runs off to the left, back to Bidwell. 2 in the box, maybe 3 if somebody wants to join him. It's Fernandez. And Carlos Fernandez heads just wide of the post. Still 0-0, but already this has been quite an interesting game. And there's another highlight. Literally 5 minutes in, we've probably watched 4 of them. Joe Worrell, inside his own half, obviously. Forward to Downs. Forward to Pirot. Bidwell's making a very good run. Doesn't use him. Instead, we've gone back to the other side. Fernandez and Cham, who, for some reason, I asked the assistant, and they said playing Cham as an attacking midfielder is because Baldini, I think that's his name, and Smallbone both aren't particularly match fit to hold on. Joel Perot's in on goal here. It's a good save from Maxwell. It's going to trickle off for a corner. Yeah, they wanted to play in Cham as an attacking midfielder, which I don't think is very good for his position, his attributes. Bidwell's corner comes in. It's towards the front post. Worrell was there. Bidwell decides he wants a throw instead of to try and cross that in properly. Bit weird. Free kick for Bidwell this time. It's effectively a corner, and Joe Worrell once again this time makes a good header, but hits it wide. Bidwell's corner from the left. Worrell again with a chance. Hits it over the bar. We are getting very, very close. And by we, I mean Joe Worrell is getting very, very close. Luke Garbett with a free kick. Former Everton man. Shane Lavery's there. Dinks the top of the bar. Goes over. Not really a particularly good highlight. Friedel with a free kick now for us. Curling effort from Friedel, and that's gone over as well. Lots of highlights of just below average shooting, in my opinion, so far. 7 shots for us. Friedel with a free kick. Is it another shot on goal? It is. It's a very good shot. It's a very comfortable save, in my opinion, though, because it was straight down the middle. It's going to be a corner. Bidwell. Stick it on Worrell's head at the front post. Come on, buddy. Stick it on Worrell's head. It's gone to not the front post. I'm telling them to put it in the front post, and it's not doing anything. Garbett's going off down the right-hand side. Got some friends with him, though. Not even sure who that is. Number 16 is chasing next to him. I'm taking a look at the numbers. It's Fernandez. It's back to Stewart. Across to Lowry. Stewart again. Steal it. Stick a leg out. Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. And that wasn't a highlight, was it? Nothing happened. Final 5 minutes of the first half, and we're not really doing much, are we? We've had 13 shots, and again, much like last episode, 3 of them on target. I don't know, are we having them from a long way away? Is this the problem? I mean, I guess quite a few of them have been Joe Worrell from corners and things, but we should be having more than 3 shots on target. Bidwell, Worrell's at the front post. It's found Dale Fry instead, and that goes over as well. That's shot 14. Gabriel's throw for Blackpool. Bidwell clears it not very far, and it's almost found its way into the corner. Every time teams have long-range shots, they seem to go very close to scoring, or they do score goals from it. So I think that might need to be tweaked come the full game. We are needing to do a change. It's going to be Gizniak coming off. Michael Obafemi's the man to come on. Do we do anything else? Joe Worrell's on a 7.1. Are you the man who should be heading the ball? 15 heading, 16 jumping, reaching you 6'4". Yes, you probably are the man to be doing that. Do we want to do anything else? Flynn Downs for Endo, I think. That's what we're going to go, and we will... Nope, we'll keep you that way round. I don't know whether this highlight is because of the subs or something's going to happen. Fernandez to Gizniak, who will be coming off. Downs also coming off in just a second. Bidwell goes down the left-hand side. Can he get the cross away? Doesn't bother. Passes it to Perot. Highlight ends. Should have been something from that, surely. We're not going to have shot on target, are we? We're not going to have any more shots on target. I'm going to give him a demand more. I'm taking far too long to even consider what to say to them. Bidwell with the corner. Stick it on Worrell's head. Make it 1-0. He's hit it over again. Final 5 minutes, and we are destined to draw this match, even though we probably should have scored about 6 goals from corners. Obafemi to Valerie. Over the top, Carlos Fernandez on his first proper start for the club. He's won a penalty. He's actually won a penalty. We've got 1 minute left to play. It's going to be a penalty. Callum Connolly's picked up a yellow card. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Michael Obafemi? Who's taking that? No, it's not. It's Ncham. It's Ncham stepping up to take it into the back of the net, and the central midfielder has potentially just rescued 3 points here against Blackpool, and that is actually going to put us up to probably 3rd in the table. We got very, very lucky there. Very lucky. An XG of 2 as well, and we didn't score. 18 shots, 6 on target. 12 shots were off target, and I imagine most of them were probably Joe Worrell, weren't they? Can we actually see shots? I mean, 3. Yeah, I mean, Joe Worrell had 3 headers, I assume, all off target. Friedel had 1 shot on target. Who was that? That's Ncham had 1 shot on target. That is Fernandez, 1 shot on target. And then 3 shots on target for Joel Perot. How were we not getting more shots on target? Also, there's a couple of ones there. Dale Fry and Flynn Downs also not getting a shot on target. Valerie not getting a shot on target either. We still somehow won. Something that I've done just before I started this episode is offered trials to a whole load of players who got released by Premier League sides, because I want to just fill up my my youth team, basically. So we're going to do that. We're going to bring in Noah Emeran, possibly, from, I think, former Arsenal player. Rafael Naya, he's 22, but he's still young enough, and he still doesn't look too bad. We'll bring him in as an emergency backup, apparently. Give him long contracts. Basically, if my scout says potentially they're good enough for the championship, I'm going to be bringing them in, ideally on a future contract with like a 4-year deal, something like that. And so far, literally everybody, literally every single player, they've come back and said is probably good enough for the championship. Damani Mella is the first one who isn't good enough for the championship, and I would look at him and go, he might be. He's probably good enough now. I'm giving him a deal. I feel sorry for him. I mean, unless you want something silly, we're not doing that. Elijah Dixon Bonner as well. I like the fact that he can play pretty much anywhere he wants on the pitch. That's handy. Let's give you a 4-year deal. And the last one is Toby Omole, who I think has technically played one league match for Spurs in real life. So we're going to take him off as well. Match number 2 of the episode then against struggling Hull City. They are currently, I think, 23rd in the table. For some reason, we've played a game over everyone else. Everyone else has currently played 7th. So we are still sat 3rd place in the table. It's only been like 3 days since we've just beaten Blackpool. The starting lineup will be Sam Johnstone in goal. Everyone else is basically staying the same, bar 2 positions. So Worrell, Fry and Friedel at the back, Valerie and Bidwell on the wings, and Cham and Downs in the middle of the pitch, with Wolf Smallbone returning to the starting 11. McBurney comes in as well to replace Ginzek, and Joel Pirot will be also up front, who played up front in the last game and couldn't score a goal. Even though we're away from home, I'm expecting a win here. We are probably one of the better sides in the league, and I think the early blip against Brentford wasn't ideal, but it kind of, I think, because we did all right in that game, we probably deserve to get something out of it. Shows that we're actually decent enough to fight for at least a playoff spot. Bidwell with a corner for us. It's towards the front post, and Dale Fry puts that into space, apparently. That was an absolutely terrible header from Dale Fry. Free kick for Friedel, I assume. It's usually Friedel taking them. It is the Austrian defender. Is he going to curl it into the top corner? It's a very good position. Where are you going to go, buddy? Number 34, Marco Friedel, does make it 1-0. 23 minutes on the clock. We are 1-0 up against Hull City, and let's hope it just stays that way. I don't know why Marco Friedel was one of our best free kick takers, and he's a centre-back, but I'm perfectly fine with that. That Friedel goal as well puts us to the top of the championship. Even though Brentford and Reading have now got 2 games in hand over us, we're just going to ignore that. We might finish this episode top of the actual league. It is 1-0 at half-time. We've been much the better side, but very little has actually gone on. I'm happy with how you've dominated so far. Everyone seemed to react to that. McBurney is on a 6.6, so we might need to look at bringing him off. So I think we'll probably do that fairly early on. Like now, in fact. McBurney is going to come off for Michael Obafemi. We're also, Valerie's not doing so hot, but we don't have any right-backs. Don't have any right-backs on the subs bench. They're saying Reece Williams, who could do it, I guess. He doesn't really have the crossing ability, though, does he? So maybe that's not what we do. We do have a free kick in a very good position, actually. So we're just going to do the Obafemi sub, I think. Friedel crosses that ball in. Jamal Blackman comes out and holds onto it. So that probably wasn't a highlight, was it? Or is it a highlight? Blackman kicks it over the halfway line towards Magennis. He's gone backwards to Elder. It is Elder. Down the line, Magennis again. Is he going to keep it in? No, he doesn't. It wasn't a highlight. It's going to be our subs. It's another game where we are not really getting our shots on target. 13 shots now, 6 only on target. We're going to do another change. We're going to take off Bidwell, even though he's doing all right, but he's just not particularly match fit at the moment. He's poor condition, so we're going to bring on Juan Cruz. Do we do Joel Pirot for Gizniak as well? I think we do. We've got 20 minutes left to play to hopefully find ourselves a second goal. Don't really like being 1-0 up. Sounds stupid, but I want to get another goal. Juan Cruz, the sub, has come on. He's taken a corner and Joe Worrell's there. And there is the second goal that we've been looking for. 2 goals so far. Both of them coming from centre-backs from 2 very different situations. 10 minutes left to play. Maybe we need to be doing out-swinging corners. Maybe that's what we're doing wrong. Our corners don't seem to work because they all seem to be in-swingers. Full time then here in Hull. It is a 2-0 victory. Should have been more. 17 shots, 10 on target, an XG of 2.06. Worrell getting an 8.4, Friedel getting an 8.4 as well. We are top of the championship after just 2 episodes. That's probably more than I expected to ever happen. Right, we're going to try something here, and I'm going to try and make sure that we have outswingers. That's what we want, outswinging corners on every side, which could be an issue as we get to the right-hand side, because we don't really have anyone capable of doing outswinging corners on the right-hand side, but that's what we're going to go for. Left-hand side free kicks for some reason is Dylan Levitt. Is he good at them? 12. I mean, it's not great, is it? I feel like Friedel's the man. Friedel should be taking them at all times. 14 free kicks does look pretty good, doesn't it? We'll also put on, I guess Levitt should be there. And let's say Jack Wilshere, even though he's probably not going to play. Also, Friedel can take long throws. We'll put Bidwell taking long throws as well. Have we got a right back who can take long throws? Dale Fry. Probably don't want you taking them. So there you have it then. 9 games played, and Swansea City are sat pretty at the top of the Championship. 1 point clear of Brentford and Reading. Both sides do have 2 games in hand, so realistically, we might be 5 points off of the top of the table, and Brentford and Reading could be flying high, ridiculously high in fact. Do we go forward? No, we're going to end the episode here. We're top of the table. Thank you very much for watching this one. Next episode, what are we going to do? We are going to do Cardiff and Blackburn. We're going to do Blackburn, who I think is going to be a tough match. Cardiff, obviously, is the South Wales derby. It moved for TV as well, if I remember correctly. Get a bit of money for that. That's quite nice. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And I'll be back next time for a Wales derby. Thanks for watching.